Microsoft Excel has some very useful functions for manipulating text, and I'm going to go through a few of them. Specifically, I'll cover the concatenate function, the upper function, and the proper function. In addition, I'll cover how to use the copy and paste values feature to convert formulas into regular text values. If you work with Excel, these features can be used to clean up many text problems. On the screen, I have a simple example of a problem I often face. Here we have a list of names and address data with capitalization problems. Now I only have a few listed, but I usually deal with several hundred at a time when I use the features covered in this video. So to correct them manually wouldn't be feasible. For the sake of time, I've already inserted columns in my data where I will put the formulas and functions I'm going to use. First, I'm going to deal with the state column. As you see, all of them need the letters capitalized. For this, Excel has the upper function, which I'm going to use in a formula to correct this problem. First, I put an equal sign, which all function or formulas need. Then I put the upper function and then an open parenthesis. Next, I'm going to put G2, which is the first cell there that I want to uppercase, and then I close my parenthesis, and you'll notice that now it has correctly capitalized Wisconsin. I'm going to drag this down to copy the formula, and there you see everything has been corrected appropriately. Second, the city column needs to have only the first letter of each word capitalized. Now, Excel has a special function called proper, which applies this form of capitalization. You will notice that San Francisco also has two words in it in the city name, and both of those will need to be capitalized even though there's a space in between them. Here I've done the same thing. I put an equal sign, the keyword proper, and then in parentheses I've put the cell that I want to apply this function to. Now I'm going to drag this down, and there you have it. Everything has been capitalized correctly. The third thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the proper function to correct the capitalization with the first and last name fields here. I'm just going to copy these over here to save some time, and you will notice now the first name and the last name has been properly capitalized. Finally, I'm going to combine the first and last names into a full name column. For this, Excel provides a concatenation function. One note on this function: when using it, you have to remember to put spaces or other needed punctuation in the function, because it's not smart enough to add things like that when they're needed. And the function name is concatenate. And now what you do next is you put what you want to concatenate. I'm going to do C2 for the first name, and I'm just going to show you what happens when I just put the first and the last name here separated by commas. It's going to put them together, but notice there's no space, and that's what I was talking about before. So if I go back in here and instead put double quotes, a space, and another double quotes, and a comma. Now I have three pieces of text I want to put together, and it's going to do that now. Let's just go back up so you can see this. Concatenate, you put each piece of text separated by columns, whether it's a cell or what we call a literal, meaning a literal piece of text, in this case the space. I'm going to drag this down now, and we have everything properly capitalized and concatenated together. Now you can concatenate practically as many text objects as you want. Excel has a limit, I'm sure, but for practical purposes you don't have to worry about deleting it. Now, because I typically want to store my revised data as text rather than as formulas with functions, I'm going to copy my data and use the paste values feature to accomplish this. First, I'm going to do the corrected first and last name. I'm going to right click, copy it, and then right click where I want it to go, and notice I'm going to do the paste special function, and I'm going to select values. When I do that, it doesn't copy the formula with the word proper and A2 in there. What it does, it copies the actual text, and that's what we want. And I'm going to do the same thing with the full name, but I'm going to grab the header to that as well. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste it here because I'm not going to need that column anymore. Again, I do paste special, I do values, and now the full name is there and it's actual text that's been copied. I'm going to get rid of these two columns because I don't need those anymore. I'll copy this over as well. I'll paste special and values. And there you have it. What before was an ugly mess of stuff that didn't have proper capitalization, and I've been able to format it in a way that it looks good. So I hope you found this useful, and I hope now that you can hopefully use this to save yourself a lot of time.